Ladies and gentlemen from PMPBeta, Gabriel, also known as MaverickGabriel, presents a Gold Silver Crystal Arbor round match against XezeMaster. This match, oh boy, it was tight from start to finish in my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Anyway, here we go. We both lead with Zapdos and we with our Thunders. And I thought he was going to stay in. I go for a second Thunder, but he shows us his goal in, making it useless. Now, I go for the Hidden Power Water, hoping for a KO, which I fail to do so, and he answers with a powerful Rock Slide. I cannot make any over predictions the next turn, go for Hidden Power again, but he reveals his Celebi, which in turn takes nothing from Hidden Power. Now, I offer Drill Peck for maximum damage output against him and keep up the pressure. But he decides to get his Celebi out, reveals his Mewtwo, which takes a Drill Peck really well. And I was expecting anything but Ice Beam from that guy. Mains me with it, and there goes Zapdos. I bring Mew in, my only safe answer to the powerful Mewtwo. And I do get a free turn to set up. He shows off his Zapdos again. Now he wins the speed tie. I go for Shadow Ball. Doesn't do much, but I get a special defense drop on the other hand. I decide to increase my damage output once again, and he shows Rain Dance in his moveset. Now that I'm +4, should be fine for me to attack him now. But he wins the speed tie again, go for the Thunder, and paralyzes me. But I do avoid the para hacks, go for the second Shadow Ball, and get the special defense drop. With its special defense halved, it would be great for me to bring Celebi in and threaten him with a powerful Psychic. I do expect him out after that turn, as he would not risk being mained by a Psychic, and he does. He switches to Mewtwo, and I set up my Leech Seed. Now, my thought process here was, he's more than likely he's going to switch out, and even if he does stay in, Celebi can survive an Ice Beam, and a great chance for me to use Hue Bell to get my Mew off the paralysis. I get Celebi out, bringing Ho in to absorb the incoming Sacred Fire, and I decide to go for special defense drop, but he uses Ancient Power, caught me completely off guard, and inflicts massive damage. And I failed to do much in return, as I did not get the special defense drop I was hoping I would. Forced to reveal my Tyranitar, takes the Ancient Power well, and I threaten to KO him for Rock Slide, though I did expect him out this time, and I'll go for the Dynamic Punch. Yep, it hits, and I do gamble on that move quite often. It is inaccurate, but let's face it, Gold, Silver, Crystal, the Pokemons here are way too bulky for, you make a mistake and you receive a move in return and you get KO'd. No, it's not like this. So I think the Dynamic Punch, when it hits, is pretty card calling. So as you see now, I bring my Fortress in. It was a safe time for me since Vaporeon was confused. He double switches to Mewtwo and then back to Golem, expecting me to explode. But nope, I go for the Spikes. It was the best time for me to set up. He goes for Rock Slide. I do get a flinch the first time. Next time I didn't. Go for the Hidden Power. Doesn't do much, but still something. And yep, he switches to Ho. I do get a crit with the Hidden Power, but still not that much. Now the next turn, it's pretty much the very move that defined the game. As he threatened me with Sacred Fire, he was expecting me to switch out, but I go for the Explosion. He brings his Mewtwo in, and he is out. I'm speechless. It was the best move of the game. It saved my life, as you will see it later. He brings in Zapdos. I threaten him with the lead seed, but bring Celebi back and shows that he has Perish Song, which is a big problem for my team. That if I'm down to one Pokemon and if he still has Chew along with his Celebi, it's pretty much asking to use Perish Song and it will be lights out for me. Anyway, bringing Hall in, he double switches to Zapdos. He expected me to switch out, go for the Rain Dance safely. And next I was thinking that he would go for Hall or Celebi. So I decide to switch to Tyranitar, but he expects that, go for the Thunder, hits me pretty hard and paralyzes me. Now, I cannot leave Tyranitar in, I still need to save him against Hall. So, well, it's best for me to use Celebi. Takes the Thunder pretty well and doesn't paralyze, at least. I expect him this time to switch into Celebi, since he's probably expecting me to use Leech Seed, but instead he brings in his Vaporeon and I go for the Psychic, stack some nice damage from him. And it was best for me to go for Psychic again, hoping to KO him or get a special defense drop, just to keep the pressure so he won't, in case if he has growth, he won't set up on me. This time, maybe he was expecting Leech Seed or I don't know, I go for the Psychic, don't get the special defense drop, but it doesn't really matter. Now I can safely use Heal Bell to get the paralyzes off my Tyranitar and he brings in Hall. Now, since Celebi is faster than Hall, I go for the Leech Seed. He answers with a Sacred Fire, and thanks to Celebi's Great Bulk, I do manage to take the attack pretty well considering he was super effective, pretty powerful, and I decide to stall him out. Very dangerous move of my part, considering Sacred Fire's high power and the chance to burn, but well, it was reckless, but it actually did work on my part. So yeah, I'll go spamming Recover. He misses Sacred Fire, which was everything that I could ask for now, and I use a Heal Bell again to get the burn off my Celebi. And goes for the Sacred Fire again, unsurprisingly burns me the second time, but Leech Seed does manage to keep me healthy. Now, I go for the Hall, expecting a Sacred Fire once again. Takes the attack very well, use it to my advantage since he has a Leech Seed on him, and this time I do expect him to switch out or either an Ancient Power, but yeah, he switched out to Zapdos. With my Mew safely in, I offer the Swords Dance, I win the speed tie, and he just go for the Thunder straight away. Survive this, and I gamble once again on that speed tie win, which I do get it. He with Soft Boiled, and great. He sets up the Rain Dance this time. Now, yeah, I go for the Shadow Ball, and goes for the Thunder, now fully accurately. He does paralyzes me for the second time, and I decided that it was best for me to try to stall him out. But unfortunately, it was impossible. He gets his crit, and there goes my Mew. Which means trouble for me, since now I'm lacking on my sweeper, and I still have to deal with that Celebi and Hall, along with Vaporeon, which I'm pretty sure that both Zapdos and Vaporeon has Rest. If they use it, Celebi will come in and just Heal Bell out of it. Okay, as you see, I use the Rain to my advantage, set a Bleed Seed on him, which he doesn't go for the Sacred Fire, went for Ancient Power, probably expecting my Holo win, or he was just trying to go for the boost so he could one-hit KO me with Sacred Fire. Which, now it's safe for me to go for the Psychic. I do go, but he decides to recover off the damage. Now, I was thinking about switching out, but no, he's probably going for the Ancient Power again, which he does. And this time, expecting him to recover, I go for the Tyranitar, And yep, he does recover. I heal off some nice damage for Tyranitar. And this time, however, he probably expected me to go for the dynamic punch. He reviews his Earthquake, hits me pretty hard, but this time, however, I go for the Rock Slide, effectively take him out all of the game. Excellent. Now I can switch in Celebi safely without worry for that Sacred Fire burn and high damage. Now I thought that Tyranitar would outspeed Vaporeon, and I tried to hit it hard with Rock Slide. But no, remember the Vaporeon's base speed is 65 and Tyranitar's is 61. I fell short of outspeeding him, and Revenge kills him. But it was good for me. Now that I managed to get that hole out of the field, Tyranitar is pretty much, well, he could have been useful against Zapdos and Celebi, but no. I misplayed that game, but well, it happens. Gold Silver Crystal is like this. It's not always that you're gonna make the right move anyway. There it is. Ring Zapdos in now. I go for Leech Seed. He sets up Seed's Reflect. I expect him out to Celebi, and great. I brought my Hollow in. He's probably going for the Heal Bell or Recover. Maybe he can just try to stall me out too, but no. Goes for the Heal Bell, and I KO him with Sacred Fire, which is a huge plus for me now. Now that he's lacking his Cleric, I no longer have to worry about him trying to stall me out in the long run. I decided to go for the Sacred Fire burn, which fails, and he does set up Growth. And I decided that it was just best for me to hit him as hard as possible with Thunderbolt, so I won't become a setup fodder. But now that he's at +2, he's probably going to attack me next turn. At least I thought that's... Yep, he does use Surf. Hits very hard, and I was surprised that Hollow wasn't KO, thanks to that 406 special defense. Hollow does manage to survive that very powerful Surf. I did not expect him to switch to Golden next turn, but he comes in and absorbs my Thunderbolt. But since Reflect is down and he's very weak, thanks to Spikes actually, I go for the Shadow Ball and take out Golem as well, effectively taking out any risk of him exploding on my face. Now we are at Choo Choo, we came into the conclusion that even though he can use Rest, we realized that since Celebi walls his team entirely now, it was best for him to just, like, not really throw the match, but just keep on attacking me without using Rest, since it's not really possible for me to beat me with even if he does get a Paralyzes with Thunder, very likely that he won't succeed in such. So that's it, guys. Excellent match, I think, full of tight turns, particularly that very nicely predicted explosion from my part, which brought the major threat to my team. That was Mewtwo. He told me that his Mewtwo was an all-out attacker and had every move and recover to mess up my team entirely. So yeah,